Do not try this at home. I'm a highly trained stylist. It's quite risky. One false move could leave you with a really bad haircut.
Hey guys, how's it going? This is a tutorial that I'm not used to doing, so I've never done this on camera. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna cut my own hair. Just water. I'm potentially growing out my hair. I wanted to show you a few different ways to grow it out. You always go through that really awkward stage, and I want to show you a different way of doing it. Comb it all out. Right now, everything's cut really square. So potentially, if it's a little bit shorter, I've been saying in other videos to go through and texturize everything, but you texturize it square, so then that way you add a little bit more room towards the recession. This has been about 6 to 8 weeks without a haircut, texturized, so it looks a lot softer on the side, but still when I bring it all out, it's sitting really heavy. And when you grow out hair, people are always complaining about this area in here and like how big it gets, but when you want to grow it out, you want to grow out the length, so you work on the perimeter, and really I only need about this much all the way through. So I'm going to do something called reverse graduation. It's cutting things almost triangular, and it allows for a lot more kind of like layers up here with kind of like a lot of texture and things down on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is just a section from here and a section from here, and then I'm going to cut everything kind of like this, and it just removes a lot of this bulk. From the top, I'm basically going to cut everything here, so it cuts up down all this like really long stuff. Hope start to see it really taking shape, cutting out all this like heavy bulk in here and creating more length in here. Another way to do things is do it with a razor. If you like this video, please like it, comment, and share it. Now what you start to notice is it's kind of creating a triangular shape. Well, now you've got all up here and then disconnection in here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through and take the crown, the shortest point on the head, and cut it out. So then that way everything around the perimeter is progressively longer. One thing is you got to be really careful because this thing is razor sharp. But you start to see the shape that it starts to create. Dial it down. You can start scrunching it, do whatever you want to do. And create a bit more shape. By still having a lot of length everywhere. Now I'll cut the back, then dry everything. Now you can see I've gone through, I've cut up the back. It's hard to show you, but it's there. Now it's all kind of like shorter in here and longer everywhere else. And I'm absolutely covered in hair, which is pretty cool. Here we go. This time I'm going to go through and use just hot air, no cold air. I don't mind if it dries frizzy. I cut it with a razor, so it's going to really be quite texturized. So you can see what I can do is I can go through and create a lot more texture with my hands. If I want to create natural friction to create a little bit more body, or I'm building a weight line here, just the way that it was cut, so that way I've got a bit more length in the front. Now I could go through and use a Volap spray from Sebastian. It's a spray gel, but it'll give off a little bit more of a shine. It does melt into the hair. It is heat activated, and it will create a bit more body if I'm not wanting that very undone texture. So it's just wet enough. Use a comb and kind of just start to comb it back. I could use my hand and the blow dryer and start to create body. Lifting at the root, pulling up. You can see it really starts to create a little bit more height. It works a little bit better for my face shape if with a low hairline, but I left a little bit more length around my recession to cover for that. Creates a square hairline here. That's one look. Or remember what I said? Water goes through and it kind of washes out any kind of professional product or dilutes it. Now that it's dry, Kevin Murphy's Night Rider, not much.
And there you have it, the second look styled down and emphasizing curls with a matte base wax. Please subscribe to my channel where I'll be releasing a new video every few days to teach you how to do your hair at home.